Good evening, everybody. This is social meteorologist Bob Clubs. It's 7 o'clock on Wednesday evening. I want to give you a quick update. First of all, I just want to thank you all very much for the amazing amount of new followers that we have. We have surpassed 3,600. Just unbelievable. Thank you all so much for joining us. Also, have some friends joining me over on Twitter. Lots of the high school kids joining me, and maybe some of you guys that use Twitter as well might like to, like my friend Jana Scott here, who gave in to peer pressure and got herself some milk and bread. Congratulations, Jana. That's awesome. Well, the big story is that the National Weather Service in Paducah has issued the winter storm warning. We have been updated from the winter storm watch. I had some folks asking about the difference between that. Just a quick review, we were all under a winter storm watch before, and basically, just like with severe weather, a watch means that the conditions are favorable for weather to develop. The warning means that you need to take precautions and take cover. Difference would be a tornado watch would be when it's cloudy outside, and the tornado sirens go off when they issue tornado warnings. So basically, what the National Weather Service is telling us right now is they are setting off their winter storm sirens for us. Basically, we have a definite winter storm headed our way. It's going to impact us. The question now is just what kind of impacts that we're going to have. A source that I'm looking at is John Dissauer. You all may remember him, a former meteorologist for KFAS 12. He has now moved out west, but he still continues to follow the region. Here is a graphic that he put out earlier tonight. This is for ice accumulation by Saturday. As you can see, a tenth of an inch here in Cape Girardeau. Down in the Boot Heel, they're expecting a little bit more ice. Now, this is going to be the big story. As you all know, with this freezing rain, of course, is rain that falls and then freezes. This is what sets up the accumulations on power lines and tree limbs, and this equals power outages. This is what we do not want to see. So you folks down in the Boot Heel are at a little bit more risk. Folks down in western Tennessee and Arkansas, I have some friends that were talking about wanting to go to the St. Jude Marathon. Latest model runs have that freezing rain line really setting up hard over western Tennessee. I wouldn't be surprised if those race organizers didn't even make a decision to change that. But here in Cape and Jackson locally, we are not expecting as much ice. Of course, all of this can change. This is a very, very hard to predict storm. This is John Dissauer's look at the snow accumulation models. And I just saw some other models that were similar to this. Now check this out, friends. This is snow accumulation. We're talking a foot down in the Boot Heel, and this band here running across southeast Missouri. 13 inches over in Paducah potential. But look how narrow this band is. Okay, this is about half a county wide. What this is showing us is that wherever that line ends up, if it shifts a county here or there, you know, this is some big differences here if you look, and these are very narrow bands. So this is these meteorologists have had a really tough time forecasting this storm, and they still don't have a good handle on it. They probably won't have a good handle on it until it's happening, and that is no fault to them. So certainly I'm not criticizing them in any way. I respect what they do, and they're doing a great job of letting people know that the potential is there. You really shouldn't ignore these warnings. They are going for it. This is another source that I like to look at. This is one of those computer models that I'm always telling you about. This is a model that picks up tomorrow morning. This is a model run that approximates about 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. As you can see, some rain here and some ice out to the west where the colder air is. As that colder air moves in, watch what happens. The rain line starts to push to the southeast, and we start to have a much wider band of sleet here across the region. This would be the cold air filling in down here. Basically, what you're going to have tomorrow is you're going to start out as rain. The rain is going to transition over to freezing rain. That's that yellow line. And then it's going to have some sleet in behind it. It's going to fill in with snow behind. So just watch as we keep going forward here throughout the day. Notice that big line of sleet moves in, and that's fine. Sleet does not cause power lines to come down. It can cause some travel headaches, but this yellow is what we really don't want to see. Notice that this does have it a little bit further north here, and this is impacting Cape and Jackson, and still over Cape and Jackson as the sleet line starts to move down further to the southeast, and then the snow is going to paint in and fill in right behind it. Now we're into Friday here. As we've gone overnight, we're into Friday. The snow moves through, and notice that moves quickly. Now, here's what nobody is really talking about at this point. Now we're getting on into Sunday, and look what happens again. Okay, now that's the last thing that we have. This is the last image that's on this model. This is Sunday. Again, this is Sunday morning, overnight hours into Sunday morning, and we are having another line move in. So I want one more model I want to show you, and this is what is concerning me about Sunday. Here we are again. We're going to watch the storm develop. This is what's happening tomorrow. Here comes the sleet and freezing rain. There comes the snow. It moves out of the area. Now we get into Saturday, Sunday. Boom. There it comes again. And you notice that model had southeast Missouri under yellow, which was freezing rain, just a little bit longer than I like for it to. I'm going to show that to you again as it comes through. Here's tomorrow. Winter storm abomination. Raw. It's powerful. Then we get into Saturday night and Sunday. And there it comes again. So we're going to have another winter storm that's going to be moving through on Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. And that is some pretty serious stuff. So not only do we have to get through this one for tomorrow, but we got another one that's going to come right on the heels on Sunday. So that's the latest. Thank you for your questions, your photos, and all the stuff on the site. Please keep those coming. Any photos that you take that you can share, I certainly like to pass some of those along on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you are. We thank you very much, and thanks again for sharing the post, liking the post. That's why these numbers are going up. It's just really amazing, and I really appreciate your support. I'll be here the rest of the evening, kind of monitoring things as they come in, and I'll be updating you as I can tomorrow as well. So, watching the weather so you don't have to. This is social meteorologist Bob Clubbs.